about 4.5 years ago, Ken Ross was looking for people to be part of the board. And being a good friend of Ken's, and I listened, and I thought that this is a great community effort, so I jumped on and voted in as Ken's vice president at the time. After he passed, I was automatic to move up into president. It's a tough job, and I understand now where he comes from, and trying to do the best that we can to carry on his legacy.
We are at the storage facility for the Barrhaven Food Cupboard.
Okay, we're in about 400 square feet.
And as you can see, it's a tight space.
When they have 3 or 4 or 5 volunteers in here trying to load boxes, it's shoulder to shoulder.
I think the need for the food cupboard here in Barrhaven has grown exponentially in the years of its existence. It began with just a few dozen or so families that were calling upon the needs that could be filled by the food cupboard, and now it's in the neighborhood of over 100 a month.
You don't talk about it with your neighbors generally. The hardest part is actually getting the people to call and ask for help. And generally, when they finally do, they should have phoned a month or 2 earlier.
Oh, you know what the biggest thing is still there's people in our community that don't understand the need for a food cupboard. They didn't think that there was a need for a food cupboard.
35 to 40% of our customers are children.
So when we start to sit down and talk about who we are, what we do for our community, they understand a little bit, but still don't understand that there are people in our community of 80,000 plus that do need food daily and monthly.
I hate people that are so proud that they use us 1 or 2 more months, get back on your feet. And those are the people that are the first ones to, when their life changes, to donate food or to line up here.
We need volunteers. Step up, help us out, help us get the word out.
Oh, come on board, because this is an exciting place that's moving in a new direction. It's moving away from providing you with a hand-in.
Well, that would be Mr. Ross's thoughts. You know, he's always been in the food business, and he dealt with, when he lived up north, he dealt with the food cupboard up there and felt that he wanted to bring the same consensus here to Ottawa, and his dream was to make it a food center, a teaching kitchen, and it would be just like a grocery store. You could come into the facility, grab a cart, go pick your groceries up and leave.
Well, we're excited to say that it looks like it's going to be on the property occupied by the United Church of Canada.
I started as a packer, which means you get to make the pre-packaged orders up. And I would just be praying that the cereal I was giving this family was that child's favorite cereal. If we get our own place, people pick their own. They get what they're going to eat.
Yesterday, for example, I gave a lady a food order, and half an hour she came back with half the food that I gave her, and she said she had food allergies, she couldn't use them, so she's giving them back so that somebody else can take advantage of that. But if we had a facility, she could actually come in and pick the food that would be appropriate for her.
It's going to be a better service to the clients.
We're going to teach you, we're going to provide for you, we're there to support you, we're a resource. But you're the one that makes the decision. So I think it's really giving back freedom and self-direction to people who perhaps in other regards have not been that well blessed.
You know what, we're here as a community-based service. We're all volunteers. And it's all about one thing: neighbors helping neighbors.